Hi, this is David.
And I'm Nancy.
And this is the Bruise Brothers Show. Well, actually, it's kind of a brother and a sister show. My other co-host, Stu, is actually working today because he is a working actor, as and so sometimes we both can't do the show at the same time, but I do have a beautiful co-host today.
Oh, that's sweet of you. Thank you.
My friend Nancy Sandoval, who has done a lot of stuff. She's an actress, but we're going to talk about kind of where she's been and what she's done, and we're going to talk about a kind of a current news thing today in the Hollywood industry. You all probably heard about the Weinstein thing. We're going to talk about that coming up next. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back everybody. Again, I am here with my friend Nancy, and we're not at the Bardona coffee shop today because that's way across town, and Nancy's place is closer than that, so we're actually in her little backyard having a nice little chat today.
Yes, we are.
So, Nancy, the show's going to be kind of about you. I'll interview you a little bit, and I know quite a bit about you. We've been friends for a few years now.
Yes, we have.
And you've done a lot of things, which is cool. So let's kind of go back to, I'll say not the beginning, not from when you were born. We're gonna move that up a little bit.
That would be a long show.
Exactly. She's only 20 years old. No, but back in San Francisco, talk about your business and how things going. So we'll let you just jump right out and start with, let's say your business. You had a business.
Okay.
What was it?
I had a health and fitness business, and it was 3 floors of massage, facials, exercise equipment, an aerobic studio, sauna, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, huge gym complex, huh?
Yes. And what launched me into that is I definitely was not going to do law work for the rest of my life. Word processing, legal secretary, that type of thing.
Because you worked for a law firm at one time, okay.
For many years.
Yeah.
So I kept socking away money, and I decided, I'm going to go ahead and start looking for a business. And back then, there was no internet, so we had to peruse the business want ads in the newspaper, the San Francisco Chronicle.
Back when they had printed news.
Yes, once upon a time.
Yeah.
But in any case, what happened is I did find this one business. The other business I found was a bakery. So it was going to either be a bakery or a health and fitness.
That's two different things. One makes you fat, the other one helps you on the other side, isn't it?
So I decided to go with the health and fitness.
Good.
What launched me into health and fitness at a very early age is I had a boyfriend's mother tell me I had the ugliest body she had ever seen.
What?
Yeah.
That's some body shaming right there.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was maybe 14, 15.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So you were young then, a teenager when they said that. Oh my God,
Yes.
that's horrible.
So I went right into exercising because I wanted to be part of that family, which I did become part of that family. And I wanted to be just as curvy and shapely as the women in that family and look just as healthy. And I decided to start running marathons. I just decided to start exercising out of these little books that you see at grocery stores where you stand waiting to pay for your food. And they're, I think, 25 cents. I still have it. It's isometrics and calisthenics, and I would go through that every morning and then do some in the evening until I got in shape. So that's what got my interest in health and fitness, is that one statement. I was going to make some lemonade out of that lemon, and I did.
And that happens a lot. The body shaming is a big thing, a big issue, especially with the magazines and TV and all these supermodels and stuff, and kids feeling really insecure about themselves. It usually comes from family or friends when they get body shamed. And a lot of times there's 2 ways you can do that. You can be depressed and keep eating and blow up, or you can go screw that
and get in shape
and change. You know, and I'm kind of.
You're
I know,
fine,
between
David.
you and Stu, I mean, Stu does CrossFit and all that stuff, and you're this. Eventually, folks, you're going to get me in the gym and start working out because
Yes.
I need it.
Yes, I will encourage you because that is part of my gifting. I like to encourage people.
Yeah, well, because you own the place, you manage, but you also coached people, right?
I did personal training.
Personal training, yeah.
Actually, I had to learn all aspects of that business because I had massage, I had facials, waxing, I had spinning, Pilates, everything. So I had to, over time, as we added whatever dimension to the business, I had to go out and get certified in it.
That's what you're a certified massage therapist.
Yes.
And stuff too. That's right. Okay.
Because on any given day, at any given hour, I would have someone calling in sick, and then I would have like a room full of women who came for a yoga class, and I would have to take
Jump in
off
and
one hat, put on the other hat, and
Wow.
teach them yoga. The same thing with spinning. Everything that I offered, I had to know because I didn't want 30 women mad at me at the same time.
Yeah.
So that being said, I decided that after 15 and a half years of doing this service, I would go ahead and close the business and sell the building, which I did. So at the age of, I did that, and I decided, you know, I'm going to take care of my grandchildren. My son was in Iraq. And I decided I can, you know, help these little girls. Their mother wasn't exactly mother material. I love her dearly, but she was busy doing other things. So I decided I'll take these girls skating and get them into piano lessons and get them into martial arts and singing. So 4 things we attacked all at once, and they loved it. They thrived. When you're a kid, you are a sponge. So when my son came back from Iraq in 2008, he decided he wanted to take his children and take care of them. And he seemed fine, you know, perfect to take care of. So he did. That left me without a life. So I decided, I'm going to go ahead and pursue modeling or acting. And when I was 13 and a half years old, my parents and my brothers encouraged me to go to a modeling and finishing school so I can learn how to get in and out of a car correctly, how I could sit and have dinner with people who knew how to eat properly and knew how to, so I did get all that. So I put that away because back in those days, in the early 1900s, they didn't have short actors or short models.
Especially the models, they always want these tall women and people.
They had no short dancers. Everyone was tall with legs that went all the way up.
Yeah.
So I decided 2008, hey, this is really a good time to expand on this opportunity. So I went ahead, started coming down to LA. First I started up there, then I started coming down
like
here.
San Francisco area, Northern California.
Northern California.
Yeah.
Up there is Northern California.
Yeah.
And that's how I am where I am today.
Well, now you did some fitness. Was it competitions? Was it or
did.
bodybuilding? What was that? What was the fitness or?
A combination of bodybuilding, but then I discovered I couldn't get bulky muscles without having the right genetics or
juicing. doing the
I think a lot, you know, genetics and juicing.
Yeah.
One of the two will work. I didn't have that. So I expanded into figure, which is a more soft physique than a bodybuilder. And then I decided, okay, I don't want to look so angular, my jaws. So I decided to do bikini. And then bikini coupled with modeling was perfect.
Yeah. Now I've seen some of the fitness pictures of you with the muscles and things like that. I was like, damn. Maybe if she lets us, we'll throw a picture or two up. We'll see if she lets us. We'll put that up here for you. But
there's this whole wonderful community of women and men that are still my community, and in fact I just went to the Burbank show a week ago.
Yeah, I saw you posted about that. I was like, oh, I thought that was like a big fitness show of some kind, huh?
Beautiful women, and a lot of my friends have maintained themselves, and my oldest friend young at heart, is 71.
Wow.
And there was another woman competing at 73. Now, Ruby is the 71-year-old that is our team leader, and she's amazing.
So somebody as old as me has a chance to actually transform. I'm almost 50, but we won't go into how old you are.
No,
but
it's all about, it's basically diet. It's 75% diet.
I like food.
I do too.
I like carbs. I've been trying to cut down on the carbs. I've lost a few pounds, but it's so hard. I love.
And food can be your friend. You just have to have the right combination of protein, carbs, and the carbs have to be something that's going to stick to your ribs. You can't just eat like, carbs like ice cream carbs.
Yeah, I like sugar and potatoes and bread and stuff like that.
So all that is good. All that is good. It's just a matter of food combining. So we'll get you on the straight and narrow.
All right. So now let's go to you're down here in LA. So you started to do more of the modeling and then acting stuff. What got you? Let's talk about the acting part of that, because that's pretty much how I knew you. I know you more of is as an actress, because that's what you're doing more now. That's your big thing. So what got you down here and started in that, and how has it been for you?
Well, basically it started up north in San Francisco. I was going out on auditions and booking print and commercials, and I'd get excited when I would get selected to do background for a union project, because the long and the short of it is this is a real production. This is like the real deal. I'm standing next to Woody Allen and Jasmine, Blue Jasmine. Kate Blanchett's right there, and of course my part got cut because they have to only have so many minutes
to trim it. Yeah. But it's different than like your local small short films and stuff, when you're on
productions,
bigger things. It's big different.
So I started getting on those background union productions, and it was amazing because you start to feel the reality of it, and then you get smitten, and of course you want to get more than background work. And where do you do that? In LA, it's the Mecca. But I have to tell you, there's so many productions going on up north now. But I'm still hearing the same thing. A lot of the main actors are being flown up, and then they're still collecting background. But if you have a good agent that'll pitch you up there, you can probably get yourself on a production like a co-star, or maybe some modified guest star. I don't know if that's the right word, modified guest star, but some guest star that's not as expanded. Yeah,
well, because I'm from Sacramento, Northern California also, I've done a lot of the background work with on these big movies out in the Bay Area. But yeah, like you said, they take the big stars, they fly them up from LA, or they film a lot in New Orleans and Atlanta and those places. And I was thinking about moving there, which is good if you want to be background, because that's why they gather the locals. The big stars come from LA. That's why I moved down here as well.
It's like even with Hawaii Five-0, that's one of the programs I watch every Friday night. And this is the funny thing, my husband still lives in San Francisco. He flies into Burbank on Friday. He flies out, and I drove him to the airport this morning at 6 o'clock.
Wow, your weekend husband, huh?
Yes, but we're both so busy that even if we did live together, it would be like two ships missing in the night.
Because he's real busy up there.
And I'm busy down here. So this last Friday night, I had seen something on Facebook where I guess one actor was going to play the girlfriend of one of the main stars, and it was a co-star. And so of course, I had my eyes glued to the TV looking for her, and she actually had two nice parts. Yeah.
Okay.
And then of course
I probably came from LA.
Yeah, and being an actor like you, and we go to IMDb and see
see what they did, who they are, because you never know. Now, so you're a SAG actress now, and how long have you been in the union?
Since 2011.
Oh, okay, so quite a while then to do that. And what got you qualified?
Merrill Lynch, Bank of America commercial.
Oh, okay. So you had a speaking line and a commercial, and then you're pretty much in at that point to do that.
And then the background work up there is so much better to do union background in San Francisco, because you get a better meal, you get better treated.
Yeah, they do segregate a little bit between union and non-union to do that.
It's
Now I hear that too is because I'm still non-union here in LA, but you know there's a lot of competition in LA, especially for a union, because a lot of productions, a lot of commercials are going non-union now. Very little are going union. Now, if you want to be on a TV program or a major movie, you got to be in the union. I mean, there's so I'm kind of at that level. I'm doing background. I'm doing non-union commercials, but I'm not seeing anything that I would qualify for as either a guest star or any kind of a role on a TV show, because you got to be union, you know, and my agents don't send me on those because I'm not union yet. So I'm working towards that. But for you, how do you feel the competition? Because you have a few things going for you. I know you've been really busy with a lot of stuff. How do you feel your competition for getting the jobs here in LA for who you are?
There's competition in this business no matter where you are.
Or who you are, or what you look like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I am grateful that when I do, I just recently did a short film called Doormats. I'll put a plug in for it because it's
plug them. Yeah, you do it.
It's going to be.
We'll put links down here somewhere for that if there is. Yeah.
It's right now editorial, and the two directors, they work for Lionsgate, which is the production company that had Moonlight win the Oscar of the year for movie. And big. You know, going on their set was great. They had a wonderful crew. I worked with another wonderful actor, Ricky Rojas. They knew what they wanted. They knew what they were doing. It was 2 days, long hours of grueling work, but it goes like that because it's something you love doing.
Yeah.
It's your passion.
Yeah.
And I get frustrated when I'm not perfect or in delivering perfect, and they were just as patient as could be. So if you could work with directors like that all the time, you know, that's like added bonus.
And I just saw one, Dog Park, that you did, which is actually a really cute movie. And to me, it reminded me of a movie like my mom would watch on a Lifetime channel or Hallmark channel, because it had a little love story and kind of cute and fun, and you were in that as well.
Make sure you go on Amazon and give it a review.
It's on Amazon, like Amazon Prime. Can people on Prime watch it?
Prime, and they need so many reviews to keep it on there. I think 50 to 100 reviews, so make sure you go on and you...
Yeah, and it's not a very long movie. What was it?
It's like 120, no.
An hour longer? I don't remember.
I can't remember, but
it's Dog Park. We'll put information for that down here, and also in the description for our YouTube channel and all that stuff.
It's a really sweet movie.
Yeah, that was cute.
So, I mean, I'm just grateful that, you know, when I do go out and I audition, I do book. And there's always, obviously, you see a competition walking in or sitting in the same waiting area with you. And, you know, you just have to go in there with an expectation of, I'm going to give it my best, do the work in the room, leave it there, go home, move on to the next one. If there's something else comes, and that's how it works.
I see a lot of casting notices for different ethnicities or even mixed families and things like that. So, you know, I know sometimes it's hard for women, and you're a Latina woman, but there's a lot of, I'm seeing more and more roles for that kind of thing up there. So there's a lot of opportunities, and you have an agent and manager that helps. Of course, they find all those things that are more than just...
I have a manager that's exceptional, and yesterday I told him in an email he was a gem, because I've not had anybody really try to help me as much as he helps me.
Yeah.
I am always trying to do what I think I should do on my own, and then I'll get something. Oh, hold on, we'll take care of that for you. That's why you have us as your representatives.
Yeah,
and it makes me feel good.
It sounds like they're really pushing you to get a better career, because you're telling me some things of, well, okay, my manager wants me to do this and not this, and really helping direct you into
funnel me into
a channel of
state of success.
You're good. You're doing awesome.
Yeah,
you're doing great.
It's working out well. So I'm really grateful for him and his team. So.
Yeah, so she's available for hire for union work. Pay her a whole lot of money. She's really good at it.
I don't eat that much.
Yeah, exactly. She does craft services. She eats that stuff. which is, you're having a great time, great career now.
It is. It's a wonderful time, and I'm glad because I prepared for this. It wasn't like I just came down here to try it out, to see if maybe something's going to happen. I'm down here for the long haul. I am in class. I have a great booking coach, Amy Linden. I have a great improv instructor, and his name is Doug Moranci. He's right up the street at Connect Studios. I have friends like David, another friend, Maria. I have neighbors that are extremely they're always contributing to what I have to do, but it's a two-way street, you know. I try to help out in whatever way I can as well. I have a supportive husband. I do miss my grandchildren. I miss my son.
Yeah, because they're all still up in Northern California.
Yes, I know that, you know, they're busy too. They're in school. They're like almost teenagers. And, you know, what am I going to do when they, like if I was there trying to be a helicopter grandma?
Yeah. No, I think your success is because you do work hard at it. I mean, you do a lot of training, and I always see that you're doing that kind of stuff with your training and your coaches. And getting out there, networking events.
Definitely, you have to.
You're even doing more Facebook selfie posts. You know, your manager says you need to be more visible.
Yeah,
and so
it's
you're
good to stay visible.
Putting more out there. Yeah.
I knew before he told me to be visible, to stay visible, but I just wasn't as, how do I say it? I felt a little like, gosh, people are going to get tired of seeing my posts. But, you know, it is what it is, and I enjoy it.
It's one of those things. Well, we have a very important topic in Hollywood I'd like to talk about. We will talk about that next. Okay, and we're back. There's an important topic going on right now, especially down here in Hollywood.
Yes.
The Harvey Weinstein and others at this point situation where a lot of women are coming forward about being sexually harassed and abused and assaulted and all those other really, really bad words that are associated with that kind of thing to a big, super huge Hollywood producer type person. So it's good that you're here because, you know, me and Stu, we're guys, we have our opinions on this kind of stuff, and neither of us condone any of that kind of a mess. That's just bad news. But it's good to get a woman's point of view. So let's have a chat about that. What are you thinking now that you're seeing all this that's going on?
Well, my Facebook feed is full of Me Too from different individuals.
Yeah, and what that is, real quick, if you guys haven't been following along, mine as well, is a lot of women and men are posting the hashtag Me Too, meaning that at some time in their life, in their career, whether they were actresses or models or even normal people in regular jobs, are posting this Me Too to saying that they also have been sexually assaulted, abused, harassed, or any combination thereof, to kind of bring an awareness to how much there is out there. And I even posted about that this morning. I was like, I am just amazed on how many I'm seeing, which is really sad. So
it's very sad.
That's what Me Too is. So now you're seeing this, what?
I just feel very sad because I think that the way it had to come out, instead of just people coming forward and saying anything, I mean, women could be tortured, men could be tortured, their souls could be tortured. So I'm really glad that there is a release now, there is a coming out of it. I think that there's going to be second thoughts. Any man or woman tries to harass or molest or abuse or have any kind of misbehaving from here on, because it's not going to be tolerated. So,
and there's people that are talking about like 30 years of this kind of stuff from this one specific person. Of course, it's been going on for, you know, probably since caveman times. They're abusing women, grabbing their hair and stuff. You know, but
David, it's a good thing.
I don't have hair. Nobody can grab my hair. But the thing is it's people knew it was going on. And when you're in a big affluent Hollywood producer and basically an abuse of power, because he can, make and break some stars and saying you're going to do this or you're never going to work in Hollywood, and that's your career. So do you do it? A lot of these, women have. It's just, it's a horrible thing.
Yeah, I think that
to do that.
Also, with the competition and women wanting to rise and men wanting to rise, they feel like, okay, well, I could put up with this and I can put up with that. And their lips got sealed, and now it's not going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
I really, truly think that this is resolving it, because
Well, I'm sure it's going to keep happening, but hopefully it's going to be more aware then. I used to say, as I come down here, and it was a joke, obviously, but it's like, okay, who do I have to sleep with in this town to make it? In Hollywood, right? Well,
David.
Well, that person just got busted, so I'm out of luck. But and unfortunately, that's the thing, And I was going to mention Hugh Hefner. Okay, so he built this huge empire. Recently passed away. A lot of people are praising him for what he has done with the Playboy magazine and so on and so forth. And then other people are going on, well, he was horrible to all these women and things like that. Now and I really hate to say this, but somebody's got to. So
it's a double-edged sword.
Might as well be me, because I think also that some women or young girls at that point, I say put themselves in that position. I mean, you got the gold diggers. You got these women who want money. So they go and they put themselves in the position with these powerful people or people with money. I mean, Hugh Hefner, 80 years old with a 20-year-old wife or something like that. I mean, really? You're in it for a reason, whether he took care of all these girls or sexually abused all these girls, or they have the right to leave at any time, I think. I don't know if they were under contract or under, people are saying somebody can get murdered if they don't do this kind of stuff, which is crazy.
There could be repercussions, yes.
Yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff. But I think that not everybody, for sure, but some of these young starlets or young models put themselves in the position that, yes, I am willing to do this, to sleep with a 70-year-old man, or to be with this Harvey Weinstein guy, who's not very attractive, but he's very powerful, to get to where they want to go. So I mean, I'm sure there's some of those people in there, and now that everybody's coming out, I'm sure they're coming out with it too, whether they volunteered themselves into that position or not. I don't know. Who knows?
Only they know.
Exactly.
But it still happened. I mean, this man was still an opportunist in using the power he had.
Exactly.
And I think that the normal course of being successful is auditioning, callbacks,
the training,
casting. Yes, the training, not sleeping, not being fondled, not being abused, not being.
And hold your ground. And that's the thing, is they're saying it's like, don't put up with this anymore. It's happened before. It's going to continue to happen.
Well, I think people are going to think twice before they put it out there, though.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that this is really going to have a lot of people who are abusive like that, or who are opportunists like that, think twice.
They may be in check a little bit more now.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's more names coming out too. People, and I'm not gonna mention things, but it's all over the news. Check it out. Of other big, powerful movie stars, producers that do that.
That's why I
and
think
abuse
from
things.
now on, there's going to be consideration of repercussions on their careers, on their production companies, on whatever their reputations. I mean, look at Weinstein. I mean, his reputation is mud.
Yeah, now he just got the Academy, kicked him out of the Academy, which is quick. They kind of went, okay, this is it. So they're making a statement about this.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy.
Yeah.
But now, have you had any experience with that with yourself?
Okay, so when I was 15 years old, I decided to go work for McDonald's.
Okay, that was a good first job. Yeah.
You're not supposed to work till you're 16.
Okay.
Back then, they weren't so strict about, you going down and getting the work permit from City Hall. So you show up, you fill out the
Child labor, they just jump right in. Yeah.
And I am putting my birthday year 1 year.
older than
older,
okay.
and I get the job.
Yeah.
So I go into training, and I have this tour of the facility downstairs where we put our clothes, because we have to wear that little uniform with the hat, and I'm opening up my locker with the combination, and I feel somebody really close behind me. And I turn around, and I think I turned around with such velocity, would that be the word, with such quickness, that I think I scared him back. And then I just kind of like, every time I would see him, I would just give him that sideways look, like, don't you even dare come near. Try to.
You think, was he trying to do
Oh,
something?
definitely.
Or just,
he was trying to move up on behind me. And I thought to myself, I have 4 brothers, and my brothers will come down here and make mincemeat out of you and your little hamburgers.
Yeah.
Right? And so he would see me give him the evil eye. Of course, I didn't last long because my age was discovered.
Oh, okay. So you weren't fired because you weren't putting out.
Exactly. But I did get invited back the next year, and I did come and work for them, and I don't think that he was there anymore because I don't remember. But you know, when you're that young, you just kind of like move through life without even thinking about those things. But I know that that manager was trying to move up on behind me, and I think I just turned around with just such surprise and such, I think I scared him.
That's good. That's good. But nothing since you've been in the acting.
No, not in the acting world.
So everybody's been really cool with that, and professional.
But see, I'm a mature, young at heart Latino woman who has a gaggle of grandchildren, and I mean, you know.
Hey, you're still a beautiful woman, and people,
thank you, but
it doesn't even matter. There's people that are all shapes and sizes.
Everywhere. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. The guys will go for whatever meat comes across their path, which is unfortunate.
But I've been very blessed to not have that. But of course, you know, I think that it's odd that, you know, sometimes, you know, you go into an audition and the parts that I audition for, they're for a grandma, for
they're not sex kitten kind of things, yeah.
But I have to tell you, some of these casting offices that I go to, and I see a whole slew of beautiful, tall, long-legged, absolutely gorgeous girls. I just think, how in the heck do they select one out of these 25?
So much competition, yeah.
And then I'm thinking, you know, do they ever get harassed, you know? I mean, are they ever
how do they choose
ogled more than just for the cat? You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's more.
And a lot of the roles, I mean, when you're talking film and TV, even the TV, some of the stuff on TV is very risque right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like naked butts and simulated sex and all that kind of stuff. And so it's got to be hard because, you know, how do you audition for that, and how do you do it and keep it, they have to keep it professional, you know, and by the way, you're going to take off your clothes, you know, they don't do that during auditions. And my coaches have always said, and lots of other professionals, is if you're asked to do something you're not comfortable with, don't do it.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if it's the best job in the world and they're going to pay you $1 million, unless if that's what you'll do for $1 million.
Yeah.
You know, my coach said, especially for the women, but even men, if there's something you're not comfortable with, you don't have to do it. That one job is not going to make your career, whether it's a sexual situation or something that is against a particular religion kind of thing. They want you to do this, but you're deeply in your religion, you don't feel comfortable doing or saying something very specific, whether it's cussing or whatever it is. If it's something that you're not comfortable with, don't do it. You don't have to do it. There's so many other things out there.
Yes. I mean, there are many platforms now, so it's not like, you know, you have to go on an off the beaten track.
Yeah, I mean, there's more than
network.
There's more than 4 networks now, and more than 4 movie studios now. You know, I was reading an article or something on all the media outlets that are filming TV and stuff like that, because you got the Amazon and the Hulus, and you've got all these smaller
AOL
TV shows
and the Huffington Post.
I mean, there's so many places are doing their own content. That's what the word I was looking for was content. There's so much more.
YouTube. Oh my God,
Yeah,
YouTube Red. Have you been?
I'm not on Red, but I've seen some of the TV shows that they're producing.
I've been to their facilities. They're amazing.
Yeah.
They're like full blown.
Now, there's a lot of things out there. So as an actor, actress, whatever, there's so much work you can do out there that you don't have to do something you don't want to do.
Exactly.
Which is very simple to do that. Yeah.
Pick and choose, because you do not have to be used.
Yeah, well, that's a good one. We're going to coin that phrase. And I personally haven't been sexually harassed, whether I wanted to or not. You know? But,
I don't think you would stand for it. I think somebody would be clobbered.
Yeah, well, I mean, so I posted something about that, and the response was, well, if you find a gay producer to sexually harass you, let me know how it goes or whatever. Like, there's women now too. There's women producers and directors that could also abuse their power.
Yeah.
It's not just guys. Women could also do that.
I'm not closed-minded to that happening, but I hope it certainly doesn't happen to you, because you're about the nicest as they come.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I haven't had a situation for that.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've seen it happen. That's the big thing that they're talking about, is people knew this stuff was going on. Why didn't anybody say anything?
Well, because...
Keep your mouth shut and keep your business out of it, or else you might not have a job or a career because they have this much power.
Exactly. And you know what? You squeak and you leak and you're out.
And so it's a tough one.
Your history. So, I mean, people want to keep what they've worked for, or
exactly
what they've decided that they want.
But more and more people aren't going to stand for it.
Exactly.
Now
I
that
think
this
it's
is out,
definitely end of the road kind of thing. People are going to think twice before they start to talk about, their other business.
Exactly.
So.
All right. Well, that's it for that. Well, that was a good show. Thanks, Nancy, for telling our fans and followers a little bit about yourself and where you've been to. You have a great career ahead of you, so make sure you watch her on those films. We'll put the links to the films, TV shows, whatever else you have going on. Maybe you and Stu will help me get in shape, and we'll document that or something.
Yes, and thank you for having me on your show, David. That's very nice of you to want to sit and talk with this young at heart Latino woman.
Latino woman, exactly. Well, it's been good. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, right, on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. If you like us, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like us and you do this, we know where you live.
Stop
Don't
that,
do
David.
that. Just kidding. We're going to come harass you. No,
but he would not. He's too nice.
Exactly. But we do appreciate you spending some time with us and watching the show, and have a nice little chat. And be good, be safe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.